May profits be upon you. Let's take a look at gold. Let's do some top-down analysis on it. Okay, I got a lot of squeaky chairs over here. What's going on? All right, we're looking at the weekly. All right, what we can see is price has had a very aggressive and a massive impulse to the upside, right? That lasted quite a long time. And we can only expect that price would start to correct this impulse. After every impulse comes a correction, right? And this is a complex correction, as you can see, right? And but we know that after every impulse comes a correction and then a new impulse, right? So let's take a closer look at what is more relevant to the current situation. All right. At this point here, we can see a bullish, bearish, bullish pattern here representing demand. Okay. And from this demand, we see price move aggressively to the upside. All right. And create another bullish, bearish, bullish pattern here. All right. Price does return to the impulsing order block here. All right. And again, boom, a massive impulse to the upside. And what do we do? Uh, what are we doing on the way? Breaking structure. All right. This makes this order block here, this bullish order block, a very strong one. All right. It's a strong low. Why? Because it created a new high. All right. Keep that principle in mind. All right. Strong lows create strong lows are designated strong because they break highs, they break structure. All right. It accomplishes something. And we see that we have bullish order flow because it's creating bullish order blocks along the way, breaking, taking out the opposing bearish order blocks. All right. That's what we want to know. Now, let's go to the daily. And on the daily, what do we see? We are back at this, oops, we are back at this strong low, the strong order block, this bullish order block here that we marked out on the weekly. All right. And what I want you to notice is from here, price broke two short-term lows along with that structural high. All right. And we impulsed up. And what do I expect after a break of structure or a break of two short-term lows? I mean, short-term highs. I expect a return to impulse, and that's exactly what price did. And if you would have took your entry here, you would have made some good money. We also had a revisit, another mitigation to the same order block. All right. And if you would have took that impulse, that as an entry, we don't even need to go any further with that. But as price breaks structure to the upside and returns to the impulse, that's where you know you have a high probability trade. We broke into the structure here, and you expect a return to impulse. And that's exactly what price did. Came right back to the same powerful order block, the same supply demand zone. All right. And we see we broke again more short-term structures to the upside. Now, with all that upside action, it may take you, it may distract you from the fact that we've created a new trading range once this high was made. This is the top of the trading range now. And what would be the bottom? Whatever this high creates in regards to lows, that is the bottom of the trading range. Okay. Bear that in mind. Work with me now. All right. So we made a new low here. This is a new low. We broke these lows, right? We broke that low, the one that created that high. Okay. And we got a new low. That makes this high strong and it makes it tradable. So we're going to make a note of it, right? How are we going to make a note of it? We're going to just make sure we have the order block, you know, marked. All right. That'll come later because this is a daily. That'll come later. All right. But you have to mark these things. All right. We took the last bullish candlestick, the bullish move before the down move. That's what we did. That's how we did. All right. But that being said, all right, I got this marked wrong insofar as I want to see it clear. I use the outline boxes for the 4 hour. All right. Now we're going to get down to the 4 hour so we can see some close up price action. Okay. Here's what I want you to see. All right. With this being the top of the order block. One, we can refine this order block here. This is your originating order block here, and it's 4 hour. So I'm definitely going to mark that as such. All right. But again, because you can see how it was revisited here, and we have a lower high here. I'm going to mark that. I would mark that as well. But this is beside the point. This is beside the point. I don't want you to get distracted with my stuff. All right. All right. Now, there's a situation that we need to bear witness on. When you have this impulse down like this, all right, you want to measure the correction. And the way to measure that correction is not to use your trading tool. You want to use a Fibonacci. Okay. So you go from the top to the bottom, right? Top to bottom here. And you'll notice that we are at the 618 Fibonacci retracement, known as the golden ratio. We see that price came up here, hit it exactly, and then started moving down, breaking structure on the way down. All right. So, I noted all this bullish action going on down there. We got bullish order blocks and bullish order flow and everything, but we never got the retracement. We never got the correction for this impulse until it was completed here. All right. What do I think is happening here? Do I think we're going to do one of these numbers? I don't think the upward I don't think the bullish move is what is the highest probability scenario. Why? Because we broke structure to the downside. This is the last break of structure, and it was to the downside. So I am bearish in this until we pass when you establish a trading range. If price stays below this high, then we are still uh, well, put it this way, uh, we are bullish. We are bullish until price breaks this low. All right. If price breaks this high, we are just continuing the bullish momentum. If price breaks this low, we are bearish. Okay. While it's in between, we're still bullish. We're still bullish while we're in between technically. All right. Until this low is broken. All right. But here we have to note that we are breaking structure to the downside. Okay. And we have a high, a higher high, and a lower high. That looks like a head and shoulders, doesn't it? All right. And we have a break of structure to the downside. I also want you to note another thing. You can see this more clearly on the daily chart. Excuse me. What do I want you to notice? Look at this area. Look at this high. Look at this high. Look at this high. And now look at that high. All right. Am I supposed to ignore that? Am I supposed to ignore this level at around 1835? 1830 and 5. Uh, every time price comes up here, we get some bearish reactions. Did we not get another bearish reaction? All right. And what do I expect from this point? Maybe because price came down, broke these lows, came down, came back up, hit this bearish, it's actually a breakup block. It's a breakup block here. Boom. And then it came down. What do we got going on over here? Let's take a closer look. All of that. Let's take a closer look. Prices formed. Oh, let's go back to the 4 hour. Prices. Well, we can see a daily order block is formed here. Let me get rid of this. We can see a daily order block, bearish order block here has been formed. We have supply here. All right. Price came down, retested the base candle of this bearish order block pattern and this bearish engulfer pattern. All right. And you can see price came all the way up in the guts of this doggone bearish order block. And you see the rejection. And we broke that low here. All right. What do I expect after a break of structure? After a break, can I get this? Why are my lines coming in all late? After a break of structure, I can expect a pullback of some kind, somewhere around here. And then maybe more continued bearishness, as we saw in the other examples here. This is the scenario I'm looking at. If we go to the 4 hour, let me get rid of these crazy lines. If we go to the 4 hour, we can see this a little bit more clearly. We can see how price created the high, created a new high, all right? And then we come down, equal that low, take the liquidity from this low, pull back into returning to the originating order block here, and then breaking that low. All right. Where am I looking for price to go to? We've hit, I need you to recognize this, we hit a bullish order block here, right? This is the opposing bullish order block. We see how the response was here. Boom, we broke structure to the upside. And here we are back at this originating order block over here, okay? Are we still dealing with a strong low? Well, price did past this to take the liquidity from this point, and after taking liquidity, I always expect price to go the other way for a short-term pullback. All right, you see this rejection here? Look at this area. All right, some people are going to look at that and say, "Oh, that's not an order block or anything like that." Yes, it is. All right, you don't have to believe me, but what I want you to do is mark it. What I want you to do is mark it. All right, on the 4 hour, and see how price reacts once we get up there. Just mark it. You can see that rejection came from this order block, from the mitigation of that order block. So after a break of structure, after this break of structure here, we have to, that's not a good line. We have to, okay, all right. I'm getting all kind of delays with my internet here. All right. After a break of structure, I do expect some kind of return to impulse. And this is the likely candidate. All right. Recognize that we have a bullish, bearish, bullish pattern here representing demand. If we break that, oh, we're going down to this order block here. We're definitely going down. All right. If we break that low, just look for gold to be bearish next week. Okay. But because we created a bullish engulfer here, I'm thinking that we might be doing what it normally does. It may come down to test the base candle and then head up, and we'll see what it does here. All right. All we look for on the lower time frames are transitions like this one: high, higher high, lower high, a head and shoulders, or my Quasimodo favorite, where it breaks structure down, comes back up to test the to return the impulse, and then this is where we take a trade. All right, Quasimodo, head and shoulders. You're going to see that price transitions the same way on every time frame. Every time frame. All right. Just recognize that we have a bullish order block here, so we can see price may climb short term and then continue down. We did have a break of structure here. All right. We are testing a strong low here. All right. We created a bullish order block here. Let's see if the order block holds, if the strong low holds, and we see some upward action. Now, if price, because this order block has already been mitigated once, just so you can keep in mind, if price decides it wants to go past this, wants to violate that, then I'll be looking here, at this order block. Okay, the originating impulsive order block here. All right, but this is the first place I'll be looking. So, can I give you my? Come on, man, get out of here. All right, can I give you my where the areas that we're going to be watching really quick? If I can just do this quickly. All right, I'm going to be looking here. I'm going to look here. These eyes are too big. I don't like big eyes looking at me. That looks kind of weird. Okay. All right, we're going to look here. We're going to look here. And we're going to keep our eyes here. Come on, man. This thing is driving me crazy. Come on, man. There you go. All right, we're going to keep our eyes here. We're going to look for that reaction to this this bullish order block here. All right. I hope you found this video beneficial. If you have an opposing view, I would love to hear it. Give me some feedback. What is your outlook for the week of for gold? All right. You think it's going to open strong and then turn weak, or vice versa? Do you think that we're going to see some follow through to the downside, or do you think we're going to break these highs? Is gold going to rally? Those are my questions. All right. For my effort, all I ask is that you give me a smash on that like button. All right. Just give me a like, man. That's all I ask. I'm not asking you to send money. I'm saying send likes. Everybody wants to be liked, man. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, trade safely. This is going to be a very good and productive week, full of opportunity. Not a lot of news to throw you off. So I'm looking very optimistically towards this week.